You an hour late. Come on, Amari.
Hour late? What you talking about?
Go. We're going. Let's go. Come on.
Wait, baby, calm down.
Bibby,
calm down
I ain't
now.
got time for this. Move.
Baby, I'm here now. What you doing? This ain't none of my fault.
Whose fault is it?
It's his fault.
You always got some type of excuse, man.
I just got no excuse this time. Seriously, this is his fault. He called me talking about his car broke down, you know what I'm talking about? And I was on my way home to you. I had told him, he said, could I help him? I was like, no, I gotta go do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? But he started crying and stuff, talking about his engine, he had queef engine or something like that, and his carburetor had jaundice, so I then had to go and pick him up outside of the road. Cause the only reason why I did that is cause all that Jesus stuff you've been teaching me, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to help, what would Jesus do?
Why are you wearing a cape?
He a magician, how am I supposed to know?
You think you're doing? You stealing my lumber? What the? What are you? What the hell do you think you're doing on my property?
Ma'am, calm down.
You're trespassing.
I know, ma'am, just calm down.
No,
Listen,
I will not calm down. Who the hell are you?
listen, I work for the contractors that's building the house, right? I loaned y'all this lumber as collateral, and then ain't nobody paid us, so
I'm calling the cops.
Don't call the listen, all that ain't necessary, ma'am. I had to reconfiscate this wood, because ain't nobody paid me my money. So you should speak to your husband so we can get paid.
No, I will call my husband and then the police.
Well, do it then, beige lady. Call him.
Hey, you son of a bitch! We're gonna sue you.
Sue! But you need to talk to your husband, because we ain't had no contracts, because he cheat.
And now the power? Bibby, you said you paid that.
I did pay it, baby. You know, Donald Trump them biz out here. The devil always trying to steal our job. Here we go. Zaxby's.
Nigga, these your leftovers?
No. I mean, I did eat the chicken wings and the sauce and part of that bread, but them chicken tenders right there, that's all you, my man.
Take me back to the shop now, because I swear, you keep playing with me, Bibby, and I'm gonna fuck you up, all right?
Listen, you the one said you was hungry. I was just trying to help you out, but we can go back to the shop.
Thank you. Let's go, man.
Son, can you take the trash out?
Bibby,
Huh?
the road, bro.
I'm fine. Yeah. Son, could you please stop skipping school?
Bibby.
Son, could you not jack off with my good lotion?
Bibby.
Oh, really? That kind
Right in
of
front of Paperboy?
Bibby.
You forgot to pay me.
Nigga, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, you hadn't paid me.
You know you dragged me out of here? You ruined my whole goddamn day. You almost got me in trouble with the fucking cops, and then you almost killed me with your goddamn driving, man.
Ruined? Nigga, we had a good day today. I took you to the mentor to some kids. You're welcome. And then we ate at that white lady house. And then we hit that Asian lady from the back. You know what I'm talking about? Then we came back up here. I cut your hair. I know good and goddamn wearing jeans, bro. Mama. No tip.
And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, and now I'm so high. And now I'm so high.
Hey, what is happening, everybody? It is your boy Blake Money Blakeweather. Welcome to another episode, Unfiltered Bachelor Atlanta Series Breakdown. I bet you thought we were done with it. Guess what? We ain't, bitches. We back. We doing all kind of shit. We're making all kind of moves. Let me introduce the panel real quick. Again, you know me. I'm Money Blakeweather. As always, we have our first co-host. You know him. You love him. I think he's in Chicago. It's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
How's it going? I'm actually in the middle of the state of Illinois right now, not Chicago.
Oh, okay.
A little south of Joliet.
Okay, so he's almost in Chicago, but not quite Chicago. He's somewhere and doing stuff and
I'm around cornfields
and that stuff. Yeah, he's doing white people shit. And then, as always,
True.
You know him, you love him, straight out of the mean streets of Denver, Colorado. It's Terry. What's up, Terry?
What up, Blake? What up, Jeff? It's good that we're back. We had to take a little break for a little bit, but
Hey, we got the gang back.
we got it.
We got the gang back, and we're coming live with style. If you guys heard the intro on this that we're going to add in post, and I was like, you don't know nothing about that right now. But if you heard the intro, you know who we have on the show. You know him. You love him. He played Bibby on episode 5, season 2 of Atlanta Barbershop. It's Robert S. Powell III. Robert, how you doing, my man?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain.
Bro, I definitely appreciate you coming on. I know you're a bit elusive. I know you keep a little low key from the podcast game, and we definitely appreciate having you on, man. First of all, it's legendary. You Bibby Everybody loves fucking Bibby. First of all,
Bibby, you are the
not love
reason why I did this podcast. It was because I said, if you want me to do this podcast, you have to let me do episode 5. That's the only episode I really wanted to do. They hooked me in on the whole thing. So actually having you on the show, it's my dream come true. I can't believe I just made a dream happen.
Well, y'all made me and my wife's night the other night, so I figured it was the least I could do. I feel like after this, it was fantastic. We just laid there and listened. That was wonderful. I think y'all did a great job with the podcast review y'all did, and I finally got a chance to download and listen to it or find a way. I'm technologically ignorant, so I don't like. I've never owned an iPad or a laptop of any kind. Not even in my office, I don't have a lot. I do have an iPhone though. So
right.
All right.
The government made sure I had that.
They knew some way to get you tracked. They found it out. They figured it out.
I'm just not smart with it.
Hey, we're smart enough to get here. We're smart enough to be on here. We definitely appreciate it. Real quick, Robert. How the hell did you get involved with Atlanta? Like, what was the call? Did you audition, or were they just like, "Yo, bro, we need you"? What's going on?
Lightning striking. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm sure you all know that.
Oh yeah.
I filmed Def Jam, and to make a extremely long story short, but I won't make too short. Stephen Glover, who I nicknamed the Architect, saw my episode of Def Jam and made Donald sit down and watch it. And once Donald sat down and watched my episode of Def Jam, they wrote this character specifically for me. Now, I don't find all this out till way later.
Okay.
I don't even find like the last week of filming.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Holy shit.
They told me going to Atlanta. They told me I was going to go film a barber role. I thought I was going to have like a couple lines, and I was happy about it too.
Okay.
And the money was along the lines of it being just 1 or 2 lines in a million years, though. I promise you I didn't. But when I got there and found this out, I had a whole panic attack. And I think Donald noticed it, who's a genius, by the way. And he like shut down filming for a little bit. But I got myself together. I never told any of them that I didn't see the script because I didn't want to lose the job. But I didn't audition for it. They saw that, wrote it for me, and called. And I went out there and just did the very best I could. And that's what happened.
Well, your
And
best
your
is
very
pretty damn
best
good.
was just, it was amazing. My question is, do you cut hair?
No, I hadn't been.
Okay.
I haven't been in since 2011, and I hadn't been in a barbershop since that filming that. I cut my own hair. My wife cuts my hair.
Damn, that's crazy. So
wait, so the scenes where like it's showing someone cutting hair, because it's just showing hands. I'm guessing that was someone else.
That is me.
That was you?
No,
Okay.
and I cut his hair. And I did cut his hair. Yeah. I got to do
awesome.
it. Yeah, I just watched some YouTube videos and learned, got the hand.
Wait. Were you watching those videos on set? Was he like sitting there about to get his haircut by you, watching you like, huh?
Oh no.
Wait.
Watched
Okay,
them days
that's the
prior.
on button, like stuff like that.
I watched them days prior. I was
Gave it a little bit of magic. Robert, the lines for Bibby, like, was any of that improv? I feel like some of that had to be improv, right? Like, there's some shit in there. You can't just write that shit. Like, there's some freestyle. It has to be some freestyle. Like, how much of it was scripted, was not scripted? How much of it was you? Like,
well, I kind of in Donald Glover. I think he kind of learned early on that I did not know the words that he and Stephanie had written. And I didn't want to be disrespectful because I would never go up there purposely not knowing what they wrote. But I just never got the script for whatever reason. I just never saw it. But I don't have a manager or agent either, and that's probably how too. Like, I should probably get more professional with this shit. But for whatever reason, I didn't see it. And I think so I had to do a lot of improvisation. I had no choice. I just didn't know them, and it wasn't out of disrespect to what they wrote or the people that wrote it. I just didn't know it, and I did learn it. And then I wrote a bunch of little slips of paper and hid them around the sets for myself, so I could turn my barber station. I could see a word that would remind me of where I would be, or something to that effect. But I left notes all around the set for myself to try to keep on track.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
But I would, if I had to put a percentage on it,
yeah,
say about 75%.
70?
Wow.
Let me throw some lines out there and see which ones were improv, if you remember still.
Okay.
The line of when you called the lady who came up with the wood, you called her. Well, go ahead and call him Beige Lady. Was Beige? That was improv.
Improv. Let me tell you a funny story right before that happened too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Might never get me invited back. Don't them to fire me right before that. But the lady had already given me permission to, in one of the takes, call her the B word, right?
Okay.
Oh.
Knows that she and I had worked this out, and I'm a really good actor apparently. So I don't know if they do the whole Me Too move, but I was like slam thing. Well, whatever then. B word, boom. They like, whoa. Her idea to do it, but they didn't go with that one. But we did come up with Beige Lady later.
I gotta say, I think Beige Lady's the funnier line out of the two.
One you can use too.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Because you can use it. I think we all have been using it.
Yeah.
The line when you're I guess in your boo thing's house, and she's like, Bibby, now the power, and you're like, oh man, you know Donald Trump and them, the devil always trying to
Donald Trump in the biz.
Was that improv?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
You know,
and I know that they used my like fourth or fifth best one of those. I really feel like if Donald wanted to, he could go and create a whole nother episode of Barbershop, of Bibby or whatever the name of it is, and use totally different clips and never use the same ones, because it was really that good. They let me do a lot, and I really appreciate it. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Can
I ask you a question? How much does it cost to fix a jaundiced carburetor?
Oh,
that was the one. Right off the bat, I was losing my mind after that one, man.
Yeah, I remember with about 1,000 of those, and that they would have to stop filming because the crew was laughing so loud. It would ruin the take. That they were so loud.
Well, you called it a queef engine.
The carburetor had jaundice.
And then you follow up with the line where he's like, well, why is he wearing a cape? And just without even thinking, he go, because he's a magician.
That was Stephanie and Don. That one was
okay.
Stephanie.
That was so quick.
He's like, how am I supposed to know? Oh, that was great. Okay, what about the scene where he's talking with his son in the car, right? He's like, you don't never listen to me. And he's like, he just starts naming things. He's like, can you take out the trash? Hey, can you please stop doing this? Son, can you please stop using my good lotion to jerk off with?
Good combination of both, but that's it's a lot of improv in there because I didn't learn it, and not out of disrespect. I just did not get the script, and I never told them because I didn't want to get fired. And that's just simply what happened. And I just buckled down and tried to cram as best I could, but it had to be painfully obvious. I didn't even know where we were going.
It's not. It's so beautifully well done. You like, because I mentioned this, like your character Bibby is just, a lot of us can think of a person like that in our life to the T who just does things like that.
Hey.
And you just played that character of an actual person just beautifully.
And I've merged a bunch of people that I know like that. My old barber, when I did get haircuts back in my college days, I included a bunch of those people, an old best friend of mine, and just came up with the best characters I thought I could. I give them it too. I mean, they dropped me down in a like in the middle of a Swiss watch. Just a really good diamond in an already running beautiful watch. I mean, I could barely mess up.
Right.
I think that's actually one of the nice things about bringing in a stand-up comedian too, is because you've got so many just funny quips you can just throw out there, as opposed to just like if you brought in just some other actor. I think that's one of the nice things about using stand-up comics is you guys are always on your toes, just from, I mean, even dealing with hecklers, you know?
Yeah, and I went there under the assumption that I was giving them everything I had. Once I found out that it was written for me, I decided they had my whole notebook. Thing. I said, this show is getting every single thing I got. I don't care if it's burning one of my closers. I don't care what it is. I'm giving them every single thing. And then once it comes out, whatever they don't use, I'll re-put that back into my live show.
Right. It makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I'll tell you what, man. Second the world starts opening up again, I'm gonna make sure to see you live whenever I can.
Yeah, please do. Tickets.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I love stand up.
How long was shooting for the duration of the time you were there?
We shot at 2 different times because we had a break during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
I would go to Atlanta, and Donald them put me in a hotel downtown. I believe it was the W. I got kicked out of one hotel.
What?
You still have to tell that story.
I remember that hotel, and I remember praying that Donald didn't hear about it at work, right? Because, well, you just don't want to get fired by Donald Glover. And I think he let me get 2 or 3 takes in, and then he came and told me, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And he said, you were fucking a reindeer at the front desk?
God damn it, Bibby.
Right. That's the truth. So that's exactly what happened. And to make the people at the front desk, this is around Christmas time because we were getting ready to go on break. And
I hope so.
Right. And the guy makes me mad behind desk. I'm getting upset for whatever reason. I grab one of them, simulated fucking. And that's the story that made it back. So, he wanted to know, you said the desk of the W fucking the reindeer? So, I had to move up there, but I stayed there. So the full thing months, 2 months, maybe 2-3 months, maybe from December to beginning of October to past that. Yeah.
Okay. That's a while. That's a while to get all that, all the scenes. You know, because we had talked to one other actress and she was just there. She was just like, "Oh, the whole episode took like 3 days." So this is a bit more interesting to hear. Like it was sort of elongated.
Days. My wife wished it only took 3 days. Her part may have only taken 3 days. That's the truth. So she's telling her truth, but it didn't take 3 days.
Gotcha.
Well, it also makes sense because her scene was really all just in one location. I mean, you had the barbershop, you had, driving in the car, you had the construction site, you had your booze house. I mean, you had at least 4 different locations. Oh, 5 now that I think about it. When Bibby met with his son,
Lamar, yeah.
No,
that makes sense.
We went on break in between. I remember flying back there on December 2nd or 3rd, specifically to finish filming stuff. And then different ADR days I had to go in Los Angeles to do for whatever reason. And it's a picture program now that I'm doing ADR. As a matter of fact, that director Hero took from standing behind me.
Okay.
I think it's on my somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't 3 days though.
Okay. I was definitely curious about that. And then like prior to this, man, no other really acting or anything like that. It was just all stand up, right? Is that my understanding? All stand up.
I was resigned. I had resigned in a good stand up comic. I was happy. I was thrilled being a stand up comic. I mean, I love my job. I love telling jokes. I've been doing it. I think I left the governor's office in 2012, and I started doing stand-up right after that and got on the Shaq All-Star Tour and was, enjoying that life.
But yeah. So speaking of the governor's office, you were, a deputy chief?
Yeah, I was in there good for a little while.
Yeah, you have a major in poli-sci, is that correct?
Right.
That's that. Wow, man! Wow, Billy, you like Candace tells, I don't know anything about tech, but I know everything about politics. Billy, Robert, you're holding out on us, Robert.
Yeah. Work, but didn't really get into tech. So I think the mayor that I worked for only sent one email the whole time I was there. So a lot of the guys really not that big on it. A lot of old school country people. That's all.
Yeah, right.
That makes sense. Of the scene, so I watched an interview with Brian Tyree Henry, and he was talking about the scene where you were driving. Were you?
Yeah.
Was it you really driving? Was that what the deal was?
Now.
Okay.
I already love this.
I heard that in your in the podcast about the drive. I drove a little bit, but not a lot, and not enough to threaten Tyree's life. He already heard from. So before he filmed they filmed the wood before this episode.
Oh,
he in the woods. Running and twisted it real bad. So
shit.
He's actually wobbled a lot in this. He's actually hurt, which is why I'm doing a lot of the work. So we're it's like when having a tag team partner that you fake it,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what and you can go back and look now and tell, but he's actually not doing as much movement because he's actually hurt the whole time. Yeah, he's
sitting a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, that's why are a lot. It actually wasn't meant for him to get out the car when we ran through the alley and caught my teenage sons running through the alley.
Right.
Yeah. That was written for him to actually speak out of the window because a lot of it which is probably why they wanted me to be so fast because we was going to try to make up for him not moving. I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
But yeah, he was hobbled a little bit because he had hurt his knee the week or two prior to filming our thing. Damn,
that's crazy. Yeah. So he might have been he might exaggerate a little bit.
I don't. Maybe he was already in a particular way because he had been hurt at work before.
Okay.
Just hospitalized the week before filming the last episode. So this episode, he probably want to take care of himself. I'll say that's his excuse.
There you go. That's hilarious. Do you keep in contact with any of like the people from like the episode? Or they keep in contact with you? Say how you doing?
And Instagram and keep up like that, but a lot of people don't talk on the phone.
Right. Of course.
Right.
Yeah, just text message. I was actually text messaging Donald and asking him to direct my special when it comes out when I film it.
That'd be awesome.
Boom.
Where is your special going to be coming out? Is it going to be on Netflix? Are you releasing it on your own website?
I hadn't even filmed it yet. I'm not even. I hadn't done stand up. I hadn't done stand up comedy of any kind in nearly 2 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to guess that you're on fire in the episode, man.
Yeah, no. I actually. Well, I'm working with Ubereats now, and I love the job I have now. So.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I've been pretty much doing that, and I'm enjoying doing that. So.
Okay.
That's what I do. That's what matters. And then you got some people that come across the episode that has Bibby in it, and then they're like, "Hey, man, we want to talk to Bibby."
Checking, making sure all the food's there, making sure you didn't eat the wing and the bread and the sauce.
Yeah, you ever deliver Zaxby's and be like, "God damn it."
You can see when I go through that now, they so confused because to be the Uber Eats guy and to be the guy from Atlanta,
right?
It's super confusing.
I'd be looking around like they got me on a hidden camera or something, you know?
I would think I was getting punked.
Who needs me to sign the rights? I'm cool with it. Just let me know where to sign. Like what's going on, you know?
Sometimes when they come to the house to bring food, they won't even drive off. They'll sit there thinking that cameras are going to pop out.
Are you filming an episode right now? Is that what's going on?
I'm in the new Atlanta season. This is great. Like,
where's Darius? Where's Darius? Let me tell him. Let me say hi.
I guess they're so realistic.
Yeah, man. So after when the episode like came out, like, did you see it? Do you watch it every now and then? Like, did you only watch it the one time? I know it's always different with actor to actor, right?
Yeah, we only watched it one time, and not because we didn't love it. The night we watched it, we was at home celebrating and crying. I was nodding. And we had a great time, but I hate the sound of my own voice.
I got you.
Very rarely could watch it, and I'm so critical of myself that it'll put me into a very bad place because I'll sit there and think about what I should have did and could have done and could have said and could have did better and how I didn't nail this, that, and the third. So
right.
With that being the case, what is your favorite line that you improv'd in the show?
I was going to ask that. Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's see here.
I mean, we have so many. Or what was your what line made your wife laugh the hardest?
What line made you laugh the hardest? Beige lady, she said, I think.
Beige lady.
It's such a fucking classic line.
Part, of course, of the entire episode. Not my favorite line was the one take walk and talk that we did at the end where I'm on the phone with somebody, but that's actually me delivering a message to my best friend who passed away in a motorcycle accident 8 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's a post on my Instagram if you see it too. Those words that I am saying in that episode are to him on the phone. And everybody where I'm from caught it immediately, which for me was the best thing ever, right? Because
that's really cool.
Right. I even used his name.
Smooth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So once they told me that I could use whatever name I wanted and say what I wanted to during the walk and talk, I decided to make that a tribute to him. So I'm talking to him on the phone. So that's my favorite part. I think my favorite line from there was so many. There's so many that they didn't use. I guess in the car with the jacking off line.
Using the good lotion, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's fucking hilarious.
God, I laugh so hard every time I hear that line.
I did. I remember the first time I watched this, and I was just like, I was like, I couldn't get enough of Bibby. I was just like, oh my, every other line too. I only caught every single. I think us as hosts probably only caught every single line you said because we had to like rewatch it multiple times. I remember pausing it and just like, I can't take this anymore. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I was deciding I was gonna pile. It was my one shot. I was gonna pile it in. I was swinging for the fences every single time. I decided I was gonna go for it. And my favorite line, I believe, was King Say. I believe that joke at the beginning.
I can say meant 18.
How am I supposed to know? She got a wedding dress on.
Actually, you know what? That brings up a question we had when we were doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You might have heard. Were the guys out front the essays from the quinceañera?
No. They were actually FBI, I believe.
Oh, from the T-Mobile thing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh shit!
We were close.
Those savages.
I said, "Oh man, this Robert Mueller and them boys out there. We can't go out the front."
Oh my god! I wish they had used that line.
It makes a lot of sense now, but like the fact that you said when he's like, "All right, let's go this way," you're like, "Oh no, we can't go that way." Them people out there, and I'm like, "What? Who are these people? What is going on?"
Nobody knew who Robert Mueller was really, but it would have been funny now had they used
Now,
that.
oh man, that would have aged perfectly.
It would have.
That would have been great, man. Were there any deleted scenes that they cut from this episode that you did that you're like, man, I wish they would have kept that, or like I remember doing this, but I didn't see that in here?
Yes, plenty. I feel like they can show you a whole nother episode. Whenever the deleted scenes or the uncut or the direct or whatever Bibby episode come out, get that because it's so many just different. I believe they could. I believe they used the fourth best one of each thing that I did, and different legal reasons. It could be for different lighting reasons. It could be because I said something fucked up. It could be any reason why they used it.
Right.
But I really feel like it could have been. It was super funny, by the way. I really believe it's the best 25 minutes, the funniest 25 minutes of TV ever. I believe that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking to
believe that.
I was talking to Neil Brennan about this because for a long time I thought that Dave Chappelle's the black white the blind white
oh
supremacy.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's the funniest like 15 minutes ever that I've ever seen. But I thought that once I did Bibby, I thought that was the funniest 25-minute, 30-minute episode show. That's just how I felt. So I was happy that what the product came out, but I believe it could have been a little 2-3 times funny. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I think Terry agreeing with you. I think Jeff agreeing with you. Like
100%.
I'm about to
point out.
Start a hashtag. I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead, man.
I'm going to start a hashtag. Release the Bibby cut. We're not about that Zack Snyder cut. We need the Bibby cut.
Well, and this episode was the second highest rated, and the only reason, I mean, it didn't come behind the Teddy Perkins episode because it was less funny than it. It came behind it because the Teddy Perkins episode is so fucked up.
Right, yeah, very artistic, and they did a great job with it. I was going to say that's actually one of my favorite episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of ours too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
When you go there so blessed and lucky to be there like I was and happy to be there, the fact that it ranked in any area for any reason is already just over the moon happiness for me, you know?
Of course. Had you ever been in a fucked up situation like that where you're like at the barber way too much longer than you need to be, and you're like, God damn it, I was here on my appointment time, and like, man, why you cutting other people? Man, fuck that, because I've been there.
My barber was a Bibby. I think a lot of black barbers are. Yeah, my barber eat barbecue while cutting your hair, everything. That's disrespect. Finger food ain't cut somebody's hair. He could.
Oh man, but did he offer you?
For a second, I thought you meant like, were you ever in a Teddy Perkins scenario?
Oh no, not that.
Thank God Robert's never been in a Teddy Perkins scenario.
For real. I was gonna say, did your barber offer you some Zaxby's, but he ate the chicken wings and a little bit of that sauce and that bread, but them chicken tenders are all yours, my man.
Oh.
And like I said, that's called the wings and things combo, and I had that for lunch today. I have
in real life, we love Zaxby's. It's one of our favorite places to go. In real life, before we ever saw it in the script, it was really one of our favorite places. So it all just fell together.
I showed these guys earlier. Zaxby's actually sent me a coupon today that I used.
Of all days.
Zaxby's sent me a coupon, and they sent it. They knew what was going to happen today.
Universe beyond.
Universe beyond that
they
shit,
were like,
man.
hey, product placement. We're going to do product placement on Unfiltered Bachelor. That's why they sent it.
Absolutely they did. And real quick, Robert, like how's this crazy time been for you, man? There's all this corona shit happening, and you know, everybody locked down and quarantined. I mean, that's why I started watching the show, if I'm quite honest. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise type thing.
I feel kind of guilty because I've been enjoying quarantine. I mean, it's how we live anyway, though. We live on a farm. We can barely tell the difference, to be honest.
Okay.
Nice.
Same thing we did there. We get up, we go outside, we do the chores around the property. We do the same thing every day. So, I mean, our grocery store that we go to is still open. Mm-hmm. We never went to clubs before, so we still don't. Me and my wife out, so we still don't. We never went out, so we still don't. It really has been damn near the same. And I know so many people out there suffering, but I'm not tired of quarantining at all. We can crank it back up. We can do this shit.
Well, I think the country will oblige you on that one.
Right? Yeah, you're about to get that wish.
Yeah, it's like welcome to my world, basically.
Oh, sorry, Blake.
When I was saying, he's saying, Robert's like, welcome to my world, everybody. And it's chill, ain't it?
Right. Sit down for
Were you doing any stand-up when the whole quarantine hit? Because I know a lot of comedians clearly just derailed their entire tours and stuff.
That's the beauty. I was only I'm working with Ubereats, and I'm glad to only work with Ubereats, and I wasn't doing stand-up at all. I hadn't done stand-up in
2 years, you said?
Yeah, nearly 2 years. January of 2019, maybe December, I hadn't done stand-up. Wow. I decided to take a break when I could. I had promised my old lady, I traveled for 7 years hard. I traveled with Shaq for 4 years, traveled with Earthquake, I traveled with Mike Else for a little while, I traveled with Abundant. That when I could sit down for a few minutes, and then Bibby hit, and like, boom, you know. When I was able to sit down for a little bit, I did. And I got enough stand-up out there. If people want to enjoy that, they can enjoy it. I got 2 clips on HBO still right now.
Okay.
Perfect.
Shaq All-Star thing still out there. A couple on Kevin Hart's thing. I got one on CISO. I got a special. I got one on Stars. It's some stuff out there. So I figured I'd let all that breathe.
All right.
Okay.
And then take a good breather, get the farm together, spend some time with the family finally, and then we'll get back out there. And then, coronavirus happened, so it was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a time to take a break. I feel like that's like this is like the perfect time to do it while the world's taking a break at that point, huh? And you have planned to come back to do something. If you're saying you're kind of reaching out to Donald, be like, can you direct my next special? You kind of have it in the back of your mind, right? Like it sounds like.
I'll go back to stand up. I can never stop doing that. That's my. You gotta get that poison out some kind of way, right?
That's why I hear all my favorite comedians. There's like my addiction and my therapy. It's getting on that stage.
I gotta do it.
So when did you do your first stand-up set, like your first open mic?
Good question.
It was a dare in college from a guy named Britt Haynes to do an open mic in Shreveport, Louisiana. We drove over there, and I was horrible. It sucked. It went really bad. I came back later to the open mic because the open mic was every other Tuesday, and then I did really well that one. I was addicted after that. And I've been at it ever since. But I worked in the mayor's office for 5 years, and I would do stand-up as a secret, like out of town. I would never do anything in the city or even near him to embarrass him. So I would purposefully not really let people know I was stand-up comic because you don't want to lose your job. So,
right.
So a lot of people didn't even know for a long time that I was just out there slowly doing stand-up comic. But once I transferred to the governor's office and decided that I hated that, I was going to try to give myself, I was going to try to push myself for a little while and try to only do stand-up. And so I did. And we struggled with it for a little while, for about 18 months there, till it got real, real bad. But after that, I won the Shaq All-Star competition, and then things slowly started to pick up and take off from there.
What's been your favorite moment, like, or favorite tour, favorite show, favorite something, while being a stand-up comedian, on the kind of the high rises you for that 7 years you were saying?
Bibby. Donald Glover wrote. Let's think about this now.
Right.
Yes. We want to hear this.
And wrote a episode just for you. I don't even think nobody's ever done that in the history of TV. I don't remember ever a TV star turning over his entire show to somebody else without them even being in it, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Then on top of that, he's going to direct it. So my first ever acting director was Donald Glover. And then my second one was another legend, Stacey Wall. Like, you cannot top these things. It's unheard of. If somebody wrote it down and like asked God for it, he'd say it's ridiculous.
They'd be like, fuck all that. But you did. But you got it. But you did it.
The first acting gig, somebody to turn over a Golden Globe winning show to you.
Right.
Winning show. And you won't not be in it, but to direct it. Okay. All right. Well,
we'll make it happen. Yeah.
Right. Using all your karma on this one. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I think unlike these, I can kind of relate because my first acting gig is being an extra in the background of The Leftovers, where you can barely see my afro a couple times. That was my first acting gig.
It's the samesies, man.
Yeah, and people normally to have that. That's a great job to have. That's normally, and I would have been perfectly happy with that. I went there expecting that. I went there happily expecting that.
Right.
I would have been just as happy with that. I didn't.
So, man, how much of a shock then was it going in thinking that, and then finding out like, no, you're gonna be here for like 2 months. My God.
No, I thought it was like some type of mix-up. They never told me at first how long I was gonna be there either, because they don't know really. They don't know how long that film. Sometimes filming take different, whatever. But like, I really freaked out.
That's so.
It worked out. I like the pressure.
Well, it's one of those things where, I mean, they couldn't have asked for a better. like no one else. I can't think of a person who could have done Bibby the way you did it, man. I mean,
That's true.
It's like you just said. He wrote it for you. That is your role, man.
Yeah, Stephanie, and I remember when Stephanie Robinson, who for the episode, I remember when she came to set, I was trying to avoid her too because I didn't want to know. I didn't
know the lines.
Like, I'm just walking around all day trying not to get fired. Somebody eventually gonna notice I'm not supposed to be at this place.
That's how I feel about normal jobs.
They gonna find my notes that I left all around the set or something. So, but it worked out. They wrote a good episode, and they put me in good places to win, which is what great coaches do.
Mm-hmm.
And they trusted me, and I trusted them, and it worked out.
How is so? I mean, we're familiar with Glover as an actor, and we're familiar with him as Gambino as a rapper. How is he as a
director?
Yeah.
Oh, I call him a genius. He's a cool dude. He's really cool. I know it sounds very, very cliche, but it's kind of like well, at first it was like I was standoffish, so it kind of looked like a shark. You ever saw the water where a shark is going through water, but it has like a little things of those little fish swimming around?
Yeah, the little minnows that kind of avoid them.
True, but it'd be that many people just around him from time to time. But that's how he was to me at first. But then he turned out to be just a cool black dude genius, just a regular, what you don't expect, which is unfair to him, but just a regular cool black dude genius, and the boss up there, and he puts on a good product, and he's serious about it. And between that, in between takes, he's writing music. That's
insane.
So while we're doing that, and we'll be on break while he sets something up, I'll see him over there with his headphones on, and that and the third, stop. So, and again, I'm used to a slower certain thing. We wait on shit to grow out here. You know?
Right. Yeah.
What y'all planning, Jeff? 103-day corn, 104-day corn? What y'all planning?
I don't know. Ask my cousin. He's the one planning it. I'm just eating it.
Okay. There's some cornfields in Chicago.
All I know is it's the sweetest corn I've ever tasted, man.
Yeah, so we're closer to that then.
Yep.
Got you.
Yeah, all great. Everybody was cool.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome to hear. Guys, I know we're kind of digging into a little bit of time here. Does anybody sort of have any wrap-up questions for Robert over here, man? Terry, I'll go with you first, man. Anything we haven't touched on yet that, like, you want to?
Yeah, I want to know, just a technical scene was, how did they film the car accident when the truck crashes into that Asian lady and you hit her from behind?
You hit her from the back.
If you know what I mean.
Well, they had a stunt though. That was a funny day. They had a here, I'm gonna send a couple pictures to your phone from
yes,
from that thing. But they had a stunt double for me, but I did some driving. But as far as the crash part, he really hits the car. I mean, he just
right, yeah,
they just right on the street, just boom. I think they had spare bumpers and everything. I think they had, believe it or not, this is such a well-funded show. They had 3 of those piece of shit cars exactly. It's a creepy thing though. Like you don't expect that.
No, not at all.
No, yeah.
The same exact car, like that's attention to detail.
Well, it's attention to detail, but it's also we can get this in 3 takes, or we're not getting this.
Bumpers and this, that, and third. But yeah, they just hauled off and hit it.
Damn, that's crazy. What about you, Jeff? Anything we haven't touched on yet that like you?
Come on, man! I've asked everything I've wanted. This is the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your opportunity, man.
The only thing I can think of is, do you have? I doubt you would know. Do you have any? I doubt you have any comedy dates coming up, right?
No.
All right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, by the way, please, when you finally do, let us know, and we'll make sure to promote them on the show.
I will. I'll absolutely keep
Absolutely.
Y'all. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. Well, Robert, I think we've all asked all the questions that we had coming off of the episode where we broke down Barbershop and like got so much insight from you. I want to thank you for.
I just thought of one.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Do you know if they have any plans to bring Bibby back in season 3?
Yes.
The one I can't answer.
Oh!
Too bad I like them. It's just I'm gonna miss them.
It was the second highest rated episode of the season though.
2. Yeah.
We just go by facts, so I can't answer any questions without getting sued. But I will say that Bibby was the second highest rated episode.
Hell yeah, it was.
Oh no, I can neither confirm nor deny. I see what's going on here. But yeah, Robert, I want to thank you for coming on, man. I know maybe podcasting is not your thing, and I hope you had a great time.
Thank you, man.
You're so welcome.
It's just you know how it is.
Hey, yeah. Dude, thank you. Yeah, thank you. This has been a blast.
Yes.
Best show yet.
My wife and I really enjoyed the podcast the other night. We were so honored and so flat. I couldn't wait to get on the phone with y'all, and I'm happy that y'all did it. I'm happy that y'all had me. And
absolutely.
Film in season 3, when we do it again, we'll have this same podcast, but hopefully in person.
Oh shit!
Got a little excited there.
In person.
In person, that would be it.
Okay.
I'll make sure all of us.
Gotcha, guys. We're gonna go on a road trip during season 3.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Atlanta. That's where they do all the hiring for acting jobs right now.
I'll make it happen.
Fuck yeah, Robert! I thank you so much, man. Again, and I appreciate you listening to the episode in the first place. Probably a heartfelt thank you from all of us. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Every word we said we meant, and yeah, I'm fangirling out right now. But thank you so much.
Super fangirl.
I want.
Thank y'all, man. It was my pleasure.
Absolutely. I want you to take time right now. Just go ahead and promote. I know you have an Instagram. If you want to promote anything, or just say hi, shout out. Just take over my show for a little bit. Take over our show for a little bit, and shout yourself out, man.
Well, I just want to thank you all for having me, Harry, Blake, and Jeff. That's all I really got. I have Instagram, but it don't matter. I got that doesn't matter neither. But I want to encourage people to keep listening to you all. Y'all do a great job. I love people tell great stories and speak well and keep a show flowing well. It is a lost art these days, so I really appreciate it. I appreciate good microphones. You wouldn't believe how big of a goddamn deal that was. I hear you all. I appreciate things like that. So I want y'all to keep doing what y'all doing, man. And if anybody want to find me, it's at Robert Powell 3 on everything. But you just gonna see a bunch of family and grass. Shit like that.
Go with us.
That's A-okay.
Thank y'all for coming, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this. And I know I've said that 100 times, but I just can't say it enough. Terry, go ahead, shout yourself out, man. As we make an exit from here, where can people follow you?
As always, on Instagram, you can find me at Terry F Photos. Also, this week, if you love to listen to movie podcasts and want to hear me talk about something other than Atlanta, you can catch me on the Nighthawks podcast, their newest episode where I break down the movie Boys in the Hood.
What a classic right there. Fucking classic. Jeff, where can people find you if they just at least want to just shout out all the things that they hate about the show? You get all the nasty feedback. Where can they holler at you, man?
I don't know. You can try finding me on Skype. You can try finding me on Facebook, but forget that stuff. I'm barely on social media. To reiterate, Robert's got some stand-up on HBO and on Stars. Go find that. Go watch that.
It's fucking hilarious. You can go to YouTube, go watch it. That's where I watched a lot of clips, and I damn near peed my pants just the same way that I did when I watched Atlanta.
Just like Bibby did when he crashed into that.
Anybody just be a little.
That line was fucking killer. Yeah. Did anybody pee a little bit after we hit that we got into accident? No, that was just me. Okay. Oh man, everybody, I appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. You can follow the podcast Unfiltered Bachelor. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow it on your favorite podcast app, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and where podcasts are. That's where the show is. You want to find me. You want to holler at me. You want to talk to your boy. Money Blakeweather. All social media. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope you love this. And until the next time, we will see you. Peace.
All right, bye.
Girl, what's your problem? 'Cause I know it's hard sometimes. Baby, just give me some time. On and out, girl. We can solve them. If you just give me some time, I can open up your mind.